Well, hello to all you wisdom walkers out there. This is Jojopah Maria and Saroma, and I am coming to you with the elemental wisdom for the month of March in 2024. Yeah. Can you believe it? We are coming to the close of the first quarter of 2024. And boy, has it been a time. February has been just very active, let me say that, cosmologically, astrologically, physically, emotionally, mentally. Yeah, there's been a lot of shakeup and things going on. And, it's all done. It's all done in preparation for how we are all being prepared and encouraged and inspired to step into this new age of Aquarius. So March, I believe, will give us a little bit of a sweetness. I don't believe it's going to be as and crazy as February was. And some of that is because we have, the spring coming here in the Northern Hemisphere, and that'll be the fall in the Southern Hemisphere. And so anytime the seasons kind of change, there's kind of be a little bit of a pause there for us. So anyway, I am so grateful to be here and to be able to share with you this elemental wisdom for the month of March. As always, I want to first honor my teachers, Malidoma and Sobonfu Some, who so courageously brought this wisdom into the Western psyche, helped people like me remember it because it is from my heritage, from my ancestral line. And we are so grateful to them and to the people of the Dagara tribe in West Africa for keeping this wisdom for as long as they were able to. Ashe. So March is the first nature month of 2024, and it's always about change. And because the seasonal change of spring coming or fall in the Southern Hemisphere, we get some holy days with Easter coming on the 31st, and Ramadan, which I believe begins on the new moon, which is on the 10th. Of course, there's St. Patrick's Day. And so, especially in the Northern Hemisphere, it is such a welcome time for the birds to be singing and flowers to be starting to pop up as we move out of the winter season. So it's a really powerful time. Happy birthday to all my fellow Pisceans out there. It's a Pisces season is always very welcome for us. Yes. So let me start off with our first elemental week in March, which will start the day after my birthday on March 4th. And this is a mineral week. And here's the opportunity. It's all about remembering your purpose. Allow the power of love, pure love, to remind you of who you truly are, what you really want to do, have, and be in your life. Follow your heart and soul and take the necessary risk to experience your true power and uniqueness. So I love that March is starting off like this with this reminder here in this mineral year for us to really step into the truth of who we are and be on purpose. So here are the distractions to watch out for with this week coming up. And in this remembering a purpose, choosing to stay in confusion. Yeah. Even though you know your situation, your relationship, your job, your home even isn't right, we can kind of just want to stay confused about it instead of opening up to receiving the clarity. Engaging in melodramas, which happens when we stay in confusion. Yeah, big distraction. We can get the clarity we need and step out of this being anybody's fault or any problem that can't be resolved. Taking on problems and challenges that you have the ability to tackle, but which are not for you to do because they're not in alignment with your higher purpose. And so, for all of those of us who are in service to the light, and light workers and health workers and care people and people who like to solve puzzles, this really is a big reminder to us that just because you know how to do it doesn't mean you're supposed to do it. And this is a call for us to really open up to our intuition, to our feeling sense, and make sure we're not overstepping a boundary or doing what is not really aligned with our higher purpose. Of course, fear of failure is also a big distraction. And I always say, instead of focusing on what could happen, focus on what you want to happen, what you would desire to happen, like to happen. Yeah. And then, of course, procrastination, which is always rooted in some kind of trauma, rama, drama, lama barrier that we are still living out of. And so when we can get in touch with that, procrastination will definitely, it will break up. It will fade away for sure. Yeah. So I just want to pause for 1 second because I have a couple of comments coming in. And let's see what we got here. Ooh, Queen's Wisdom. St. Joseph's Day also is in March. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that reminder. Yeah. Yeah, March has a lot of stuff popping. A lot of stuff popping. Queen's Wisdom also says, hello all to all the wisdom walkers. And we also have Priya on the line. Hello, Jojopah, and to everyone attending live. Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love it. So here we go with the second elemental week in March, which will begin on Monday, March the 11th. And it's a double water week. Yeah, double water week. And this opportunity is all about releasing what can no longer support your new journey. Yes, call upon the power of love and the element of water to enable you to peacefully and gently bid farewell to the people, places, or things that once sustained you. Express gratitude for these were essential contributions you received to your healing and growth, but now you've outgrown their energy, and it's time to make room for the new energy that is about to show up for you. Embrace vulnerability, embrace the unknown, and say yes. Yeah. And so, of course, within this message, it's talking about grief. When we talk about releasing, we are definitely talking also about grief and letting go. But again, the whole point here is to know that new things are coming into your life, into your environment, into your mind. And so you're making room. And I think that that's a good way to think about it. So we don't get stuck in suffering. You know, grief is about releasing, not suffering. Ashe. So here's the distractions. Of course, the first one would be fear of loss. And again, when we focus on what we're losing more than what we're gaining or what we would like to gain, yeah, we will suffer. So you want to shift out of that fear. Also, the fear of the unknown, you know, believing that I'm not going to be okay unless I know what's going to happen or I've got it all figured out. For the times that we're living in, the tumultuous times that we're living in, we can't know. It's all new right now. And so we have to embrace the unknown and not stay in fear of it or act on those fears. That can get us into some places we don't really want to be. Also, needing to know or explain outcomes that have yet to be lived. Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, that's our control drama. We really feel I'm safe when I know. But in this time that we're living in, you're probably not going to be safe if you know, because you'll be using old ideas, old paradigms, old belief systems, old beliefs about who you are in order to live your life or to address an adversity or challenge. So when we can leave the gate open, we can leave the mind open to discover, to learn, be curious, but don't think your security lies in having to know. Not at this time. And then last but not least, holding on out of false obligation and false guilt. And especially in relationships, you're going to find it's going to be much harder to make excuses for why you are not fulfilled, why you are not really having all of what you need show up in a relationship. And that's whether it's an intimate relationship or relationship in terms of what's going on at work, even with your family. So just know that it's really important to give yourself permission, excuse me, to let go when you really know that this is not working. Ashe. So now let's move to the third elemental week in March, which will begin on Monday, March 18th, which is my sister's 70th birthday. I'm so happy that she's reached that number. Oh my God. And this opportunity is all about not receiving support. It's about welcoming change. Yes, the nature week in this nature month. And to welcome this change, we need to be courageous. We need to open the door fully to the new transformative challenges and learnings which the universe is providing in answer to and in support of our prayers, intentions, goals, and remember those annual commitments. Yes. Receive the power of love and the supportive and playful energy of the nature element to experience the more of who you are. And as the affirmation says in this collage, I welcome change to transform my life. And it is truly in March that it's a great time for new beginnings. Yes. And so we have to call up that courage, folks. We have to muster up that courage when we're starting to doubt or feel ashamed or whatever, so that we know that, yes, that we can do this. We can do this. Queen's Wisdom says, that's my elemental birthday week. Woohoo! Happy birthday. You like my sister. Wonderful. Love it. And so here are the distractions. We want to avoid addictive behaviors in whatever form they take: drugs and alcohol, indiscriminate sexual activity, overworking, over shopping, overuse of Facebook and other social media tools and apparatus. Again, addictive behaviors are all fueled by some form of pain, emotional pain, especially that we haven't yet addressed. So just know if you're getting that pull to go down that rabbit hole, really make a commitment to get at the pain that is fueling that decision. Yes. Also, being judgmental of yourself and others. We want to let that go because, if we hold ourselves as wrong and bad, that's how we're going to experience our life. We're going to experience it wrong and bad. So we got to let go of the judgment, and we got to say, okay, I might have done some things, or I might be some way that I don't like, but let me change it. Let me open up and learn how to become more of the truth of who I am. Yes. And the same thing for other people. Wish them well on their journey of transformation and evolution. And then last but not least, taking yourself or other people or things too seriously. We've got to laugh, folks. We've got to find the humor in all of this. and never be afraid to really laugh at ourselves, really see how sometimes we just take things way too out of proportion, way too seriously, turn it into a life and death situation when that is so not what is going on. So again, on this nature week, yeah, let's stay attuned to not falling into these behaviors. Really important. Ashe. And then the final elemental week in March comes on Monday, March the 25th, and that is an Earth Week. And here's the opportunity. Oh, I love this. Receive support. Yes, you are worthy. Embrace the power of self love and honor the energetic of the earth element as you open yourself to receive what you need in order to be fulfilled, nurtured, appreciated, and loved. Be self full. That's the opposite of selfish. This is cosmic reciprocity for all that you have done to support others. You deserve it. Ask and you shall receive. Yes, yes, yes. I love these weeks. And so here's the distraction, that fear of hearing no. Yeah. And fear of being a burden, like to be in need of some support and help means that there's something wrong with you. No, it means you're human and it means you can't do it alone. None of us can. We all need help. And that fear of being judged or weak as a failure because you're in a situation where you have to swallow back your pride and say, hey, I need some help. Yeah, let go of that judgment. Like I said in the previous week, judging ourselves is not going to help us get to our happy endings. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. There we have it. There we have it. March is going to be something else. And just a reminder that Friday, March the 22nd, we are, and I apologize, I still have 2023 there. We should say 2024. It's about honoring our earth. And as I always suggest, go to the website of www.earthday.org, and you will find some wonderful ways in which you personally and individually can contribute to healing our planet and honoring our planet. They have the Canopy Project, support tree planting for like as little as $1, or Fashions of the Earth, sign the petition, find a way to make sure that we're not putting so much plastic into the atmosphere. Now there's tests that are showing it's going into people's bodies. So that's something we really, really have to get a handle on. I also want to share that my Wisdom Walk talk for March, the theme is Move Forward. And I'm going to talk about moving forward in a spiritual way. So it's going to be talking about spiritualizing your life. Yeah, and I'll do that in 2 parts. And last but not least, always just a quick plug for my book, Wisdom Walk to Self-Mastery, Ancient Wisdom for Transforming Pain, and available Amazon, Kindle, Walmart, Abe's Books, and other online book sellers. So, my dears, thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope that and pray that your March experience is one of wonderment, one of delight, one of fulfillment, and most importantly, one of love. Yes. Be well, be safe, and I'll be back very soon with more information to help you navigate through this amazing period in human history that we are going through. Thank you again, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.